Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about iguanas. Um, I mainly specialize in animal behavior. That's what I'm applying for in university anyways, for vet nursing and animal behavior. And as you guys who normally watch my videos, you would know that my expertise lies within reptiles. So, I've been having a lot of people asking me lately about beginner lizards, and they have asked me my opinions on iguanas. So I just want to do a video today to put it out exactly what I think about iguanas and exactly how they are as pets. This is Alaska. She is my subadult female exanthic blue iguana. As you can tell, she's not that big. She is 3 foot long though. Definitely have some growing to do, but I'm guessing she's around 2.5 to 3 years old already. So iguanas, normally you see them in a pet shop. They're around the size of my frill dragon Twinkie right here. Even smaller. This is like your average little, I'd say sometimes smaller, but on normal occasions you would see a baby iguana this small comparing to Alaska over here. Obviously this is not a baby iguana. I don't have a baby iguana with me right now to show you guys. Um, and So then that's your average size. You see it, it's green, it's cheap, like maybe $20, and you think about, wow, it's cheap. The people at Petco tell me I only need like a little cage, and why not? Thing is, I think normally people, it's not that they're silly, it's not that they're blind, it's just people normally don't have experiences with adult iguanas, or maybe little experiences with adult iguanas, and they don't really get to see, they don't get the opportunities to see the bad sides and the downfalls of an adult iguana that they sooner or later will have to deal with. I'm the kind of person who are really against suggesting people iguanas as a first time lizard. I know a lot of people have had it and they have had successful stories with raising it, their iguanas, but in comparisons, the percentage of people with succession, in comparison to the people who have failures, are people who have failed are a lot way ahead more than the people who have succeeded. So, reasons why, I would say something like a baby iguana. Baby iguanas, they are not hard. I would say, this is the exact words I would definitely tell everyone. They're not hard to take care of, but it's easy for them to die. Reason why I would say that, sorry I say a lot, I'm just trying to think. Reason why I would say that is because baby iguanas, they're very fragile. They get nervous and stressed with their new home and environments a lot. Within my studies of animal behavior, baby iguanas tend to be afraid. They're very alert. Healthy ones would be very alert. And whenever they see a shadow or a human being around in their room watching them eat, they tend to not eat. Unless they're fully healthy, they're in a good condition, they're not stressed, they would eat in front of their owners. But the large majority of them from pet shops such as Petco, PetSmart, or in a large enclosure with a lot of other little baby iguanas, they tend to be very stressed with their new homes once you get them in. And it's kind of hard for them. It'll take a while for them to get used to their environments. Pet stores such as Petco and PetSmart, they are a bit less professional with their baby iguanas. Sometimes the large majority of people who are trying to wait for their babies to get used to their enclosed environments, by the time they do get used to it, they're very weak and they're sick, and some of them even die and starve to death. Baby iguanas overall are, I would say, quite fragile. So what about adopting large iguanas? So Alaska here is 3 foot. As you can see, her longest toe here on iguanas. This is supposedly to be the sharpest nail and the fastest growing hook nail out of the 4 legs. Occasionally, actually not occasionally, I say every week, I get my arms completely scratched up by Alaska. I don't just cut her nails, I file down her nails. And that takes a bit of time and effort. It takes a lot more than people can ever imagine. It's actually easier for people to tame down and bond and train their dogs than it is to just simply tame an iguana. One thing is that people tend to underestimate about them. They see that they're beautiful. They see amazing videos on YouTube of people with completely tame iguanas, or even an iguana like Alaska right now who's sitting in my hand, even though she's a bit bothered. She's still sitting in my hand, and she's not moving that much. Ooh, sorry. But then people don't actually realize once they bought their iguanas home, they think maybe after a week they will calm down. But still, every time you find out that when you reach your hand into their cage, they're just flying off everywhere. And that's very, very normal, common, and actually expected behavior from iguanas. If you have an iguana, a new baby iguana that just lays down on the bottom, and when you reach for it and it doesn't even move, you'd probably want to get that iguana checked up. So, baby iguanas have very, very high defensive behavior. They would whip tails, some of them bite, most of them run away from you. If you're adopting an adult iguana, you would want to be very careful whether or not they are tame or calm with you. With Alaska, I know with her previous owner, she was very, very calm. But when I first got her, she was very nervous because iguanas are actually intelligent enough to the point where they could recognize people. And she knew that I was a complete stranger, and she was worried about what I would do with her. So that's why she's still pissy. She's still in the process of learning to trust me. She's doing great with it, but she's still not 100% on there. Yeah? Hey, girl. And the reason why I would say, so I've covered up pretty much the claws issue, the fleeting issue, the baby issue. One most important thing that beginners tend to underestimate about is their tail. Iguanas, at adult size, their tail could be just as powerful as a cane whipping at you. And their bite as well an adult male iguana can definitely get your hand into the hospital with stitches. And I don't know if you people have heard about it. I think most of you would have. Males are very, very, very hormonal and insanely aggressive during breeding seasons. I don't want to argue with anyone. There are rare exceptions where the males are actually fine during breeding seasons, but there are such small exceptions that shouldn't be an expectation for anyone. So do expect that male iguanas will be very aggressive during breeding seasons, and even females during their gravid periods can be very stressy and aggressive as well. But males usually are the ones that you really want to look out for because they do get larger than females. Quite a bit noticeable size larger. Their tail girth is a lot bigger, and the whips are a lot harder. Their jaws, the power on their jaws are a lot much harder. Is that pretty much everything? Iguanas, overall, I mean, they can be quite picky eaters sometimes. With just a little bit of stress, they would just refuse to eat whatsoever. They're very stressy all the time. Some days they're very sweet, some days they're really mean, so it's never really predictable with how they're gonna feel that day. With Alaska over here, she's pretty okay, but then as you can tell, she has her little dropout. She's not very happy with it. Yeah. But for the large majority. You're moving away from me now. Thing is, another thing people don't. Fun fact, actually. When you're handling an iguana, or when you're going in to hold an iguana, so you're just struggling a bit over here. One thing that people don't know, normally don't know about, is that iguanas, the eye contact with your iguanas is very, very important. When you look directly into an iguana's eyes, it can detect your eyes staring exactly right at them, and they will feel very, very threatened by that. Just these small little things. I know it's very hard to not, when you're reaching in to try to grab your iguana, you'd want to watch where its face is going. But actually that triggers them, triggers them to get more defensive, and they feel as if you are a threat. There's lots of different ways. There's actually just a couple of correct ways you should be picking up your iguana. People don't also realize that iguana tails can fall off when you pull on their tails, just like geckos. Basically, I just want to say, overall, people don't normally realize how hard iguanas can be, and these are just the basics that I wanted to cover within this video about keeping iguanas as pets. I really, really, really strongly don't recommend for those of you beginners, just because they're cheap and they're pretty, and people tell you that they don't need that big of an enclosure, which is a lie. Iguanas do need a big enclosure. I mean, they grow to 6 foot maximum size, or even larger, so you can just imagine, pretty much an adult iguana, you would need a cage size minimum, like a shower booth. So yeah, guys. I just wanted to put it out there. I'm not sure. I'm a bit tired today, so I'm not sure if I missed out anything. Alright. I'm not sure if I missed out anything, but if I have, anyone else you want to add in your opinions on iguanas, please do. Any negative comments, you know what to do. All you have to do is just go away. And yeah, guys, that's about keeping iguanas. Thanks for watching. Any questions, please, please, please feel free to inbox me. Bye.